Okay, 3-6, sketching graphs and comparing functions. So this is a really short lesson. I can sketch graphs of functions and compare 2 or more functions. We're doing FIF4 and FIF9. So there's going to be a lot of information here, and then I have to come up with the sketch of the graph. So I'm going to read the part where it says cycling first, and then we're going to interpret what needs to happen. So we're going to use everything that we've learned about intercepts, linear, nonlinear, positive parts, negative parts, increasing, the whole thing in behavior, to attempt to draw a graph. So cycling, in 2015, Christopher Strasser set a new 24-hour cycling record by riding 556 miles in a 24-hour period. The distance he rode over 24 hours can be represented by a function. Move through the... okay, so we're going to use the information shown to find... we have distance on the y value, time on the x value. So, intercept. Y-intercept. No distance has been traveled when he has written for 0 hours. So that means at 0 hours, there's no distance, so that means 0. So let me get a pen up here. So that means my first point is 0, 0. It says the graph of the function is linear, so that means we know it's a line. For time greater than 0, it's going to be positive, so that means it's all going to be up here on the graph. Increasing for time greater than 0. And then in behavior, as the number of hours he's ridden increases, the number of miles he's traveled increases. So I'm going to use all this information to draw a line going up. I guess I didn't draw my line real well. Hold on. So we also have the information that they told us, and they said at 556 miles in 24 hours. So I basically just need to connect those dots. And that's what my graph will look like. So here's the same thing, kind of. So we have happiness on the left side and temperature on the x-axis. So it says it's positive from about 25 degrees. So if I look, 25 degrees is right about there. So that means there's going to be a point there. And 89 degrees. So that looks like it's saying it's positive from here to there. It says I have a line of symmetry at 56 degrees. So that means my graph is going to look the same on the other side of this line of symmetry. It's supposed to be a dotted line. In behavior, as temperature increases or decreases, a person's happiness decreases. So that means as we go down, we go down. Relative maximum is about 57 degrees. That's about where we have our line of symmetry. It is decreasing for temperatures greater than about 57 degrees. So that's where we get this decreasing. And it is negative at about 89 degrees. So we're going to have a point at 89 degrees as well. And that's what our graph's going to look like. And I got all this information just from the information that was given. So here's another one. It is positive between negative 0.5 and 12. Okay, so I have a dot at negative 0.5 and 12. It is negative when it's less than negative 0.5 and it's greater than 12. So that means we're going to go down these directions somehow. So increasing for x is less than 1.4. So that means at 1.4 it stops increasing. So that's going to be right about here. And it's decreasing at 5.3 and x is greater than 90.99. So let's get our max minimums and our maximums up there so we can see the changes. So at 5.3, I'm looking right here, 5.3, 133. That's going to be like right there. That's a minimum. So that means it's going to be coming down like this somehow. And then a maximum at 1.4, 448. So that's going to be way up here. So that means it's going to be coming around something like that. And then I need to hit these points. There we go. And then another maximum at 9.9, 643. So we need to go 9.9 and go way up to 643. It's up here. So then I'm just going to kind of connect these dots with a curve. In behavior, as x increases or decreases, the y value decreases. So that's what's happening on both of these sides. Make sure we have, yep, we said it was negative on those. We got that right. Decreasing between 1.4, we're just going back and checking, between 1.4 and 5.3. And then also greater than 9.9. Looks good to me. So increasing for greater than or less than 1.4. So it's increasing less than 1.4, yes. And 5.3 to 9.9. So that looks correct. I know this is a lot of information, and all we're doing is putting the information together with the points they give us and the information that they give us in between those points. So your graph's going to look something like that. It doesn't have to be exact, but what we do need to have are the points and the intervals that we're increasing and we're decreasing. And in behaviors have to be correct, and we should be able to come up with this. And that's it for that one. That's the last section of Module 3. So as you can see, Module 3 was very, very conceptual. There wasn't a lot of math to it, which that's what a lot of algebra is in the end. So we need to make sure we know these terms and what they mean every time we look at them. So I would definitely write these down and have them close by to be able to reference them.